there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Counter play, Drake. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
They do go for it. It's Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Murray now on 1st down. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, it's Drake. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well.
16 yards.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brought down at the 30-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Ball carrier.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 1st down, Drake. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Interesting note, you think about the Patriots drafting Tom Brady in the 6th round of the year 2000. Well, they took another quarterback in the 6th round 3 years later, 2003, and that was Cliff Kingsbury, who's now over on the other sideline, the current coach of the Cardinals. Kingsbury, though, he never appeared in a regular season game for the Patriots and actually took the field only one time in the NFL, and that was as a member of the New York Jets.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And this now 3rd and 11 after that 2nd down completion actually went back a yard. Shotgun now from Murray. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Brought down right. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
We're scoreless after one.
First quarter with no score.
Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they come up now 2nd and goal.
Murray a give. This is Drake.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
From the 5-yard line, will this opening drive yield 6? This is 3rd and goal. Murray now. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal.
A 28-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Come to my work, man. We want it. Come to my work. Slam. Switch.
And now the Pats' leading rusher the past 2 seasons, it's Sony Michel.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Watch the screen. Great.
From the gun, they run with Michel.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Check. Hot. Kill. Gun. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Out of the gun, Newton. This is brought in by Gibson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Michel.
The Falcons' leading tackler a season ago, Devondre Campbell, gets another one there.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
20.
They'll run it here. This is James White. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
The ball carrier.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing a shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Shell, the ball carrier. He's taken down at the
second quarter. 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multi.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Patriots 7, Cardinals 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma go out one foot is safe, boy, till there's nothing left. I'ma run to the bed until we all got them buckets. Yeah, the footsteps coming, cause we coming for the jet.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side.
Maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the off.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Kyle Duggar. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. On first down, Newton. That's out to his running back, Michel. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Cardinals' 9-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Patriots 14, Cardinals 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time to try to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the All-Pro, Stephon Gilmore.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So Stephon Gilmore, an All-Pro Defensive Player of the Year in 2019, had his first career pick six a season ago, and he delivers another one here. PAT up and good by Rosas, and the lead is up to 18 now. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Murray trying again after the pick six. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Murray.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by the All-Pro, Stephon Gilmore.
That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
And incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the 50, Newton.
And that one complete to Keene, the tight end.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
They're going option play on 3rd down.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Pats at the line, ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. Only a couple there as he'll be brought brought down about the 28.
The ball carrier.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
3rd and 7.
43 is the mic. Come on, QB, come on. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Double up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And this will be caught at the 30. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
A play fake to Michel, now Newton.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. This is taken at the 23. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Patriots take over first and 10. At their own
the Pats at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The score, Patriots 31. Cardinals 10.
On first down, it's Newton. This is White on the screen. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line.
That's another.
The end result, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
To throw is Newton. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 13-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. A good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Cam on the option.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Off the option, that's complete. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Andy Isabella on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
James White.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
To 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
58's the money. Gun. Hey, come on out here.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Newton to throw. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
At the Cardinals' 17-yard line.
Again, it's Michel. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for New England, the win is a good one for morale, but little else as they move to 3-8. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, the problems just get